In this video, we're going to talk about the 555 method. Now, I got this method from Jerry Norton, well-established real estate investment trainer. But this is the essence of the course. So I'm going to let him explain it, and then we can go over it. But I just want you to get a general understanding of the 555 method. Don't be so focused on actually learning it to the T, but just so you have a basic understanding.
System called the 555 method that I'm going to teach you on this video. And here's my big promise to you. If you implement this 555 method I'm going to outline for you, it'll take you about 2 to 3 hours a day if you're consistent, but it will result in 3 to 5 deals a month once you get it implemented and it's working effectively. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is the sniper method. Now, the sniper method is where you're going to contact listed properties actively for sale, and you're going to make an offer to that agent on that property that's listed. So it's a distressed property. The seller hired a real estate agent to sell the property. You're going to contact that agent about that specific listing. And these take about 15 minutes to call the agent, talk about the property, and make a verbal offer. So we do this first verbal, and then we follow up in writing. Now, these conversations, the point is not to get the deal. That would be a byproduct, or that would be a super win if we did, which we do that. I often get deals from calling and making offers on actively listed properties. But the real benefit is making the relationship, making that connection with that agent. But we're going to spend about 15 minutes. Sometimes it'll go a little bit longer. We're going to make a verbal offer. If the seller responds favorably, then we're going to put that in writing. And
now, I do have a video to show you how to make offers. So if you never made an offer, don't worry about that. You'll get trained on that as well.
We're going to try to get a deal. And the reason why I call it the sniper method is because it's a technique where you're working with an agent, where you're specifically going after a property. So you're laser focusing, you're going to sniper in on that deal and hopefully pick up a deal that way. That's the sniper method. The second method is the shotgun method. Now, the shotgun method is simply just agent outreach. It's cold outreach. It's calling any and all agents in your market and basically saying to them, hey, I'm an investor, I'm all cash, I'm looking for deals. Do you have anything that I can make an offer on? And the idea here is that you're going to make enough connections with agents in your market that when they sit down with a seller and it's a distressed property, they remember you and they call you and they say, hey, Jerry, I just sat down with a seller. They're looking to move this property. They're looking for a cash offer. Maybe you're a good fit. Let's see if we can put an offer together. And you're trying to get a deal done off market before it ever goes actively listed. So that's cold outreach. We call that the shotgun method because you're spraying, you're shooting a wide net to talk to all agents in your market, okay? And then the third technique that we follow is called the reload method. You guys see a theme here, it's all gun related. If you're anti-guns, then maybe you won't like this video, but it makes a good correlation. So the reload method is basically just follow-up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach back out to agents that we initially contacted through the sniper method. We're gonna follow up with them. Hey, I made an offer on a property you had listed last week, just calling to see if there's been any movement on that property. Is the seller ready to entertain my cash offer, or do you have anything else coming up down the pipeline, right? So it's reconnecting with those agents. Same thing with the shotgun. The reload is you're gonna be reaching back out to agents that you talked to. Hey, remember we spoke last week? I had mentioned to you that I'm looking for deals. Is anything coming up? Do you have anything I can take a look at? Is there anything I can help you with? Right? Is reaching back out. Remember, the key with agents is the relationship. And the key with the relationship is staying what I call front and center. When they finally have a seller that's motivated, or when they finally have a lead that might be a good fit for you, you want them to think, man, I wish I knew a cash investor for this property. Oh yeah, Jerry, he's been reaching out to me every week for months. I'm gonna call him about this deal. Okay, so this is your way of staying front and center doing the reload method. Now here's the 555 method. Why I call it the 555 method? You're gonna implement each of these 3 different agent techniques, right? You're gonna do the sniper method, and the goal here is to do 5 a day. 5 a day. You're gonna call on 5 actively listed properties in your market, listed for sale right now with an agent, and you're gonna make a verbal offer. Now, verbal isn't as good as written, but remember, you're making low offers to agents, and so most times agents aren't gonna wanna present your offer in writing because they're gonna think it's a waste of time. So what we do is we ask them, hey, call the seller, let them know that I'm all cash, I can close in 30 days, whatever your terms, and see if they're interested. So you can usually get the agent to call the seller and do a verbal over the phone. If the seller comes back and they're interested, or they counter, or anything that's somewhat remotely close to a deal, then you can take it to writing. You can ask the agent to now put it in writing. Let's put it in front of the seller and see if we can get the deal done. Okay, so it's a 2-step process: 1 verbal, 2 written, and we're gonna do 5 of those a day. They take about 15 minutes on average is what I spend usually doing these calls. And so you're looking at about an hour, maybe hour and a half every day to do these. Now, this is key because you're presenting offers to agents on distressed properties, 5 a day. If you do this consistently, 5 a day, that's gonna be 25 a week, and that's gonna be 100 a month. Now that's gonna turn into something, trust me. I call this my 5 offer a day or my 100 offer a month challenge. I do this all the time. And everybody who's taken me up on this has gotten a deal within 30 days of doing this, because out of 100 offers you make, the stars are gonna align, somebody is gonna say yes to your offer. You're gonna have a motivated seller, you're gonna be at the right spot at the right time, and you're gonna be able to put a deal together. Now, with this process here, there's a couple things I wanna talk about. First of all is you wanna set up automated searches. And there's 3 different ways that you can do this. There's actually multiple ways, but I like to do this with Redfin. They have a feature called Fixer Upper. I like to do this with PropWire, which is a free software that has on-market data. You can actually do this on Zillow as well. I have a process where I do this on Zillow where I have keywords. I'll give you my keyword search terms for free. You put those keyword search terms in and it will pull out motivated properties or distressed properties. And I developed a software called Data Cruncher. And I've done videos on how to use all of these softwares or these websites to get in front of distressed properties that you can call and make offers on, how to set up your searches. I even have the scripts, I'll give those to you as well. Everything you need to get in front of the sniper method and get your head around it and be able to very quickly have leads that you can call on every single day and make offers on. I wanna call on them as soon as they come out, and I wanna call on old stuff that's been sitting around for 90 days, 120 days. It really doesn't matter the list price. This is one of the big key takeaways. List price doesn't matter. In fact, don't even look at list price. It's irrelevant. Why? It doesn't matter if they're asking 250 and you need to offer 100,000. You still call and do it, because for one, it's getting you in the mode of making offers, which is really good practice. You're honing in those skills. And 2, it's about the connection, right? We never focus on the deal. We always focus on the relationship. Or the better way to put this is, don't chase deals, chase relationships with agents, and that will in time turn into lots of deals. Because maybe you get the deal done, maybe you don't, but that relationship with the agent is way more important, because in the future, they'll start to call you with their deals and with their leads. Okay, so that's the sniper method. The outreach method, the shotgun method, it really doesn't matter. You're just gonna go anywhere in your market and find agents. As long as they're an agent and they have a license and they're in your market, that's who you wanna talk to. Now this takes about 3 to 5 minutes, because it's a very quick conversation. You're basically saying, I'm an investor, my name is Jerry Norton, we're looking to buy 12 to 15 properties this year in this market, and I'm calling you because I wanna find out if you have any properties for sale that are coming up that I could take a look at and make a cash offer on. And the next time you sit down with a seller on a listing appointment, if the property is distressed, tell the seller that you have an investor who can make an all-cash offer, and let's see if we can put the deal together before you list it. It'll save everybody a ton of time, no inspections, no appraisals, no showings, make everybody's life a lot easier, and I'll even pay your commission. I can pay the whole commission if you want. And you build that in your number, and now what are you doing? You're farming through cold outreach to create relationships with agents. Think about it this way. If you can make connections with agents doing the 555 method, they're on the ground in your market, talking to sellers every single day. Some of them are spending money on marketing. You're leveraging their work, their effort, their marketing dollars to get in front of motivated sellers. Like, that's how powerful this is. Cost you nothing. That's why this is one of my most favorite methods for wholesaling and getting good deals, is because I let the agent do all the heavy lifting, and through that strategic relationship, I end up getting those deals, okay? So then that's gonna take you about 3 to 5 minutes, so not very much time. Maybe that's another half an hour every single day, maybe a little bit less. Let's call it 30 minutes a day. If you're doing 5, remember, we're trying to do 5 of these a day. 5 shotguns, 5 snipers, and 5 reloads. So, your very first day, you're not gonna have any reloads, but as time goes on and you make these great relationships and these great connections, you wanna have a really good CRM so that you can start to build out a database of these agents in your market, so you can follow up with them. Make some notes on the conversation you had. If they're super cool and they're open to working with you and they like investors and you make a great connection, well, that's someone that you wanna follow up with often. My goal is you wanna follow up weekly. So when you make these connections every day, you wanna follow up. Now, a lot of people ask me, does it have to be a phone call, right? Do I have to call them? Not every single time, but you regularly wanna be on the phone talking to them again. So it's okay if you do a combo of like text and call. But I would say at least every other week, at least twice a month, try to get on the phone. You could text and email, hey, it's Jerry, just checking back with you. We spoke last week, just seeing if you have anything coming up. Is there anything I can do to help you, right? So that might be a text. But then the following week, switch it up and do a phone call. And the phone call is just, hey, checking back in with you, right? So again, these take 1 to 3 minutes. So it's very quick. Let's just say this is another, hypothetically, let's just say you take another 30 minutes doing this as well. So you got an hour over here doing the snipers, you got about 30 minutes doing the shotgun, maybe 30 minutes doing the reload, counting, keeping track of your notes and everything. So guys, you're looking at literally here 2 hours, maybe 3 hours max. You're literally looking at 2 hours a day to 3 hours a day, every single day. The key is every single day. I see people that do this for a day here, a day there, they're hot, they're cold, and then they wonder why it's not working. The only way this works, or the best way it works, is if you're consistent and you put in the time and you do the work. Now, this is gonna put you on the trajectory, like I said, of doing 3 to 5 deals a month. I literally have students right now that are doing 3 to 5 deals a month. They're doing $50,000 to $100,000 in transactions, all from agents, all from the.
All right, and that's the 555 method. Once again, rewatch this video, just get very familiar with it. And once we start actually working together, this is the main system you'll implement. So hope you enjoyed this video.